for girls. Let's come back to the Greater Accra region and return to the story earlier to do with storm drains, even as the rains clearly have returned to us again. Works to improve flood risks and solid waste management in the Odo River Basin and improve access to basic infrastructure and services in some low-income communities in the Greater Accra region, currently under the Greater Accra Resilient and Integrated Development, GARIT, is currently underway across the capital. One of such flooding mitigation solutions is the construction of storm drains in one of the identified areas in Accra around the Kaneshie Enclave. Our correspondent Benjamin Anyetei is at the construction site near the Accra Academy School and has joined us to tell us more about it. Benjamin, good morning. Welcome.
Thank you, Alan. Currently at the Kaneshie Drainage and Tunnel Improvement Project, where workers are currently on site, but the channel, the project manager and the consultants are not here, so most of the workers here are saying that they can't speak to the matter. But briefly, because of the rain, some of the drains were worked on earlier when we came. The project is being implemented under the supervision of the Ministry of Water and Resources, Works and Housing, with financial support from the World Bank and the Government of Ghana. Authorities indicate that the project is expected to complete within 12 months. Residents and motorists who uses this stretch are expected to experience temporary inconvenience during the construction works as engineers undertake drainage expansion and channel improvement activities aimed at easing water flow and reducing flood risks in the area. So currently, as you see, most of them are just working on the parts. And I asked earlier, I spoke to some of them, and they were saying that the project has been diverted. As you look at the far end, it is stretching to the far end. So basically, this is some of the information I gathered on site this morning.
Where you are currently is very close to the Accra Academy School. In fact, part of that runs just by the school's fence. And that system collects all the water coming from upstream, or let's say uptown from Bubuashi, parts of Dakuma. How are residents dealing with floods or water flow, especially during the rain? In your walking around, did you see an effect from yesterday's rain on that project?
Yeah, currently when we got here, we saw that one of the projects, there is a certain part that was kind of choked. So they all gathered there and they were working on it. And when I asked one of the workers, he mentioned that the water got stuck there and it was filled with rubbish and filth. So they had to work on it earlier to prevent them from having any issues so that the project can run smoothly.
They had to divert the existing storm or the drain. Have they had to divert the existing drain in order to allow for smooth flow of water from the original plan?
And please, can you come again?
Have they had to divert water flow while they construct the storm drain, or maintaining the flow? I mean, they're maintaining the same tunnels for the flow.
Yeah. Currently, they don't want to really speak to the matter because they are saying that the constructor himself and the engineers who are in charge of the project are not around, so they don't want to really speak to the project.
Okay, Benjamin, really grateful for this update on the GARIT project. It is intended to ease or mitigate flooding situations around the Accra Academy, First Lights, Kaneshie Market, and parts of Pomprom. It is a storm drain which some will refer to as supersized drains to collect rainwater to allow for free flow so that people who trade there would have some at least respite from flooding. If you saw yesterday on the national discourse, Kaneshi was one of the features or videos featured on that particular program. And on the back of that, we have approached this project so that at least the AMA Director of Waste Management, Mr. Solomon Noy, mentioned it yesterday on the National Discourse program. Well, since the contractor as well as a consultant is not on site, and those on site are unable to speak to the matter, we'll have to leave it here. Thank you very much, Benjamin, for bringing this to us. Just gone has been my colleague Benjamin ANYETEI'S, who has visited the Garrett project site at Kaneshi First Light to bring us some details on the storm drain as it's currently being constructed to ease, at least to mitigate in flooding situations around the First Light, Kaneshi Market, parts of Pamprum and Abosokai, but unfortunately, the contractor is not on site to speak to the issues. We'll leave it here, and this also will be where we'll draw the curtain on today's real time. Till I come away again, please keep watching GBC News.